Hello again, Internet! So yes, it's been a while. It's how are you? How are things going? Me? Oh, I'm, same as always, just how are you? Anyways, I'm not gonna promise it, but I might get back into video making. We'll see what happens. But while I am here, I'd like to talk about the two most important things I've learned in my life, which isn't very much. And though my life hasn't been very long, 17 years, I've learned a few things, and I picked up on a few things that may be able to help someone who is less of a 17-year-old, younger is the word. So, this is something I came up with myself. I didn't read it on some internet website. Maybe it might be somewhere, but this is something that I came up with on myself. I call it fake self-esteem. It's been one of the things that have benefited me more than anything else. Let me explain it to you. So there is the person who has genuine, very good self-esteem, and then there's the person who has fake self-esteem. And so the guy who has the good self-esteem, he has probably worked to that point, and he walks around and he's happy, he's proud of himself, he's accomplished, walks around with his chest up and is proud of the things he's done and such. And then there's the guy with the fake self-esteem who, even if he doesn't feel like that, like let's say you're an introvert, or you just don't feel high and mighty like some do, you still have the physical ability to walk around high and mighty, even though you may not feel that way. For instance, the guy who genuinely is having a great day will walk around happy and proud and smile at people and wave at old women as they pass by. And then there's the guy with the low self-esteem, or, then there's the guy with the low self-esteem, who I can help with the fake self-esteem aspect, if it works for other people, I don't know, who walks around and he's hunched over and he's, looking at his feet. Oh, hey, old lady, no, I can't help you across the street because I'm awkward. But that guy could walk around like he was all high and mighty, like he owns the place, like he pays rent. He could walk around with his chest up, like, I feel absolutely horrible. Today is a bad day. Yes, I will help you across the street. No, you didn't ask me, but I'm just that cool. And the weirdest thing happens where somewhere along the lines of him acting like he's all high and mighty, he starts to kind of feel like it. And that's great. The best thing I can compare this to is my personal use of the word swag. I originally started using the word as a joke, or ironically, and I'm very glad to hear that I'm not the only one who does this, or who have had this happen to them, where I started using the word swag as a joke, in a form to say like, oh man, you guys are going to a party? Swag, right? But I would say it as a joke, I didn't mean it. I totally meant it to make fun of the other people who said swag, literally. But then I joked around a lot, and then some point in time, it went from less of a joke to I was actually becoming the very person that I hated, where not only myself but my friends were all saying swag to each other in very applicable places to use the word swag, if that exists. So the same principle applies here, where if you act like you are awesome and you walk around like you are awesome, eventually you will feel awesome. Now let me tell you why this is useful besides just bringing up your mood. I've used this personally to ask out a girl or something. That's one of the ways I've used it, and that's one of the ways you can use it. I've used it personally to ask out a girl, where I'll see her and I'm scared because I'm awkward and things don't go well for me in general, and I'll see her and I'll decide, okay, I am going to go up to this woman and I am going to ask for her phone number and things are going to be great. But and I take one step in her direction and then I take 2 steps back and then I sit down quietly and think about the things I've done. However, what you can do, and what I do a lot, is where I will see the girl and I'll go, okay, I am awesome. I am the greatest guy in the world. I have slain dragons, I saved an African city with nothing but a glass of water and a garden utensil, I built bridges in my spare time, I rescued Rapunzel and created Morse code. It's called Adam code. And then once I'm all hyped up on this completely fake self-esteem, this complete fake, like, courage that I've given myself, I will then approach this fine woman and, you know, with this great attitude, I'm happy. Obviously, I'm not gonna walk up to her like, "Hey, I'm awesome." That's taking the fakeness into, that's breaking the barrier. I will walk up and be like, "Hey, how's it going? I'm a happy guy." You know, like, I'm happy. The point is, it makes you happy, or at least it makes you look happy. It's a touch of sad, but bear with me. And here's the best part, is that even if, you know, you're happy in that mood, you got great, you know, courage and self-esteem, and you're confident and all these things, you know, she can still say no. So here's the great part. If you are genuinely happy, or genuinely proud of yourself, or genuinely just like upbeat, and you ask a girl for her phone number and things don't go well, and she says no, that might hurt your feelings a touch. But if you were all hyped up on this fake self-esteem, if she says no, the strangest thing happens, where you kind of sit there and you're like, okay, and you think to yourself, that was supposed to hurt, right? And then it doesn't for some reason, and you realize it's because, like, here's where you were, right, as far as mental stability, here's where you were, and then there's this fake layer that you've created for yourself, and then when you asked her out, and then she said no, it crashed right back down to where it was supposed to be in the first place anyways, so nothing happened. So that is probably one of the best things I've ever taught myself, one of the best lessons I've taught myself through life. And I wish that someone would have told me about that when I was younger, because that is a great way to live your life. Says the 17-year-old in this room. Don't sue me. It's probably not a good way to live your life. As for this video, it's dragging on a bit. So I believe I will say the most important thing I've learned in my life in another video, which you can expect in some time in the future. See what I did there? See? Sometime in the future. Not telling you when, because I don't know when. I'm sorry. But until then, thank you so much for listening. It's been a great time. I had fun. I hope you had fun. It was nice talking to you again. You know, this is just like a conversation that I'm talking to mainly. Like when we're on the phone and, you know, there's that point in time where I'm talking and then you're just kind of listening and then you put the phone down to go do something else and then you come back and I'm still talking. That's this. But in all seriousness, guys, thank you so much for tagging along in the video. Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing if you so choose. Of course, I don't want to make you do anything that you're not ready for. I don't want to push you or pressure you. You know, this is something that I hope that mutually we can agree on in our own time, and I don't want to, you know, force you into it. Thank you guys for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe. And have a nice day. Bye!